We on? Okay, it looks like we're on. So, hello, weary travelers, and welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheila Ornthalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is a 3-cheese garlic bread, and it looks like Alexia is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you'd be interested in,
All right, thank you very much.
excuse me, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I apologize for the extra weight at the top of today's stream. The family dog is, let's just say she's getting up in the years, and no matter how much the kids promise they're going to be the ones to take care of her, always falls to mom. But in any case, today will be my 32nd Final Fantasy XIV stream, and we're officially into the Pre-Endwalker patch quests. Given how emotionally strong the ending of Shadowbringers was, I am extremely excited to see how the team at Squeenix are going to break my heart next. I mean, if nothing else, I need to go balance Xenos with a wiffle ball bat repeatedly. Killing him obviously didn't work, so maybe just inconveniencing him enough will. Excuse me. As always, I will be available for comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as regular old conversations, so don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our hosts bring Gabu to us at once. Right, we're trying to see if we can help fix some of the leavings of the false gods, as it were.
Apologies for the wait. Gabu, have you been good? Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
I mean, his condition was caused by a primal...
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment?
Well, that's the hope, certainly. Explain, explain, explain. Explain, 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 explain. Explain.
Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
We did break a lot of them, though, unfortunately.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul.
That's the idea.
Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic.
Yep.
Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Pretty much.
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus,
So I don't know if
propose
it's
to
fair to
review
call her
Angelo
that
with the
here,
tempering
since
treatment in
the Witch
much the same
Matoya
manner as I did the
still
spirit
exists and is alive here. Some Tai Chi stuff right there.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether.
True.
And as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
By the by, I have now gotten to level 80 with Ninja as well, and have moved my training sessions onto Marauder Warrior, which should be... Okay, well, we're solidly into the Warrior phase of that. It's around level 55 or 56, I want to say, the last time I was playing. And I've picked up Astrologian as well, though I haven't gotten terribly far with that one. I basically just did the intro quest. That extremely magical pig.
'Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Yeah, well, he did warn you.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy.
That's true.
The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one.
Well, what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Okie dokie. I suppose I'll just kind of keep myself busy elsewhere.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
Ah,
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
there's a tavern not far from here. This is near one of my favorite places in the city. Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest. What? Sir? It's raining. Like, are we not going to deal with that? Is it still going to be... Yeah, it's still raining in the cutscene.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even.
It's okay.
But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation.
True.
However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Don't tell me, tell her.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
Possible. Hey, what's going on?
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Aww.
Gaboo!
Okay, so she's exhausted for good reasons. That was a scary few moments there. Because that could have gone an entirely other direction, you know?
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
So a big part of it is also going to be making sure that a person has community.
Alize, can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them.
Yes, we can. All of them.
Okay, Alice,
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
that I don't disagree with.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I have to go now, Gaboo. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right, thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Good little buddy. She will be at pains to remind me I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning to the first, or from the first. But this seems as good a time as any. Come, let us make it for her cave. Oh my goodness, I forgot how far out in the hinterlands she was. Ah. Oh, it's a nice, easy day at home for the most part. I am thankful for these kinds of days. Should probably spend some time clearing side quests at some point. Been level grinding so much. Thank you very much for the hydrate redeem that people got. How are you today? Water. How many... Oof, a full quest journal. I really should clear some stuff. Not another redeem would do that. Good here, just working and lurking. Yes, my Final Fantasy XIV stuff is going well. I am excited to see where Shadow, or not, we're kind of post Shadowbringers and Pre-Endwalker stuff. I'm excited to see where the story goes with us. I take it you're ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil? Very well. Y'shtola, are you about to get bonked with a broom? Master Matoya's outfit is amazing.
Nary a word from you all this time. Then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
Well, there is a gentleman back there that she might want
As
to.
it happens. Seldom does one have the
Go and
opportunity to
visit,
study
shall
other
we say.
worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the first, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
I'm going to murder you. There's some context there, teacher.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
What? Buddy. You opened your mouth.
And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatir is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits.
Love that her staff is an upturned hand.
Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
Ooh, sass.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Look at little guy. It's just a little guy. Comes out when pigs fly. I don't know. That's just, it popped in my brain, I'm sorry.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
Well, buddy, we're gonna need a lot of blood.
To create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers. We collapse before we reach double figures.
You don't need to do it all in one sitting.
But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were.
Amazing. Love a good bit of automation.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Ma'am? Huh? I'm gonna need some little more explanation than that. What do you actually do? Oh. I'll look into that later. Alright, off to my workshop then. Everything required to make your familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Well, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars, and mayhap a monster or two, but nothing of the trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there are no objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my porogos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go. Gotcha. And we fly away. On wings, question mark, of love? Like, clearly we're being kept aloft by love here. But, I don't know, do those count as wings? The little flappy flaps. I don't know. These things are kind of birds, but kind of not. It is what it is. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to the Good Mistress's Relict. Burorogo is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Burorogo the Unwashed. Gross. Within you will find a space dedicated to the making of familiars, along with a cavern wherein the requisite ingredients might be had. I must warn you, however, the place has not been played host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I shall see to it you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit. Only say the word, and I will show you in. Toya's Relict now accessible. Oh, okay. Can I do this with a party of NPCs? Yes, I can. Good. Know that we've got a commercial coming up, but let's see how far we can get before we have to go to that. Well, this looks fun as hell. Oh my gods. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious, look at all those books.
To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
Mm-hmm. First things first, we need to harvest some clay. The clay can be had, the clay cauldron, Ribbit. Through this portal, if you would. So we clear out any pests we encounter. Yes, please follow me, Ribbit. And put down any pests that bar the way. Duly noted. dude.
Protect me!
Hello?
Mom, can you help me get a snack off the high shelf?
I mean, sure, sweetie, but aren't you taller than me at this point?
Yeah, but you have that grabby spell that I don't.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, well, we'll finish this fight and I'll come help you with that. Okay. I am gonna go ahead and take my 5-minute break here so I can go get a snack with Bear, and we'll be back soon. Hopefully I won't discover anything else that the dog has left for me while I'm away. Might delay me a little bit, but we will see. We will see. Alright, be back soon. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff, refresh your drinks, maybe get some more food, and we'll be back in 5. Alright? Alright, so what kind of snack are you thinking? Okay, we're back. And Dare made the very good choice of getting some cheesy poofs out of the barrel, and so I have gotten some for myself as well, because they are delicious and a light snack. Up, up, and away! I did not imagine the place would be so infested, Ribbit. Hello, Toxan, and thank you very much for the lurk. Whoa. Oh, that was a lot. Sonny of Ziggy. Oh my goodness. Let's give it the old bonk. 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 Up back. Do that. You're having an acceptable day, Roxanne. I know that the area you're in is rather chilly right now, so I hope you're staying safe as well. There we go. And now for an actual boss. The clay is just across the way, but you'll need to deal with the Mudman first. Read it. Okay. How's this work? That's the keeper of the clay. Mm-hmm. Wheel? So we're gonna go in, up, 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 up to that side, up, and up. Ugh. Can I... Yes, right here. I don't want to be actually in the mud. Ow. Ugh. Okay, so we have to aim those at the places where they can go into the hole. Oh, there's like smaller poop monsters. Okay. Great. Good. Fantastic. Take this for us. There we go. Okay. was like, okay, I know that has to be the thing. Like, that's what everybody else is doing, so I didn't go in the first time. But, oh well. Alright, let's do this. And bop. Then we're gonna bop. 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 Belly bop. And bop. All that up so we can stab, stab, stab. And do that. And hit him again. Anything in this one? Yes. And we're just going to get close enough to cast that and that. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now that we have our clay ribbon, let's return to the interstice. Let's return. Big Fantasia vibes right now. Next, we need to get the water flowing again. I should have eaten an egg earlier. It'd be my pleasure to show you to the Clear Note Cauldron ribbon. Please use this portal. Well-kept area, no doubt thanks to the familiars. For your own safety, I ask that you keep close to me, ribbon. Stabbity, stabbity, stabbity. Big hit on you. Eek hit. And then bring it up again. Stabbity, stabbity, and stabbity. And there. And a big hit. And I back up. Sure? Oh, okay, we're just... Alright, yeet, I guess. Stab, stab, stab. Little hit. Big hit. Going back out. And resume spellcasting. Oh, there's little Froggy. Alright, Graha, I know you're not normally a tank, but come on, bud, you can do this. Up. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Weird that I had to get closer in order to jump away, but here we are. How these things work sometimes. Another lift ribbit, just a moment. Up. Up. I sense a mischievous presence, Ribbit. Please take care. Oh, Nixie. What in the world is that thing? What? The label above its head clearly says Nixie. But I suppose you don't have that version of the Echo. Interesting. Okay, so let's pop, pop, pop. That one. And then a big hit. And do this. And stab, stab, stab. Oh, excuse you! Hey, get back here! I was in the middle of a combo! Rude. I'm gonna lose my combo. I do appreciate that their attack is called Singing in the Rain, though. That's adorable. Water, water, gather round, shroud the sky, and soak the ground. Oh! Oh my! What in the world was I supposed to do there? What? Huh? Hold up. What in the world was I supposed to do there? Usually the NPCs are pretty good about, like, kind of showing off what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe the water things are jump points, and getting up on the cloud allows you to do some damage to them? Not sure. We're gonna try it, though. Okay, now he's gonna go over there. More water, we need more water. Okay. Ah. There we go. No, my water's gone. I can't lose, I won't. Alright, we're just gonna stay up here. Down there seems unsafe. Oh, okay, I guess we're not. Ow. Stab. 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 Oh, 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 ow, ow. Ah! Rude. Alright, we got this though. There we go. Alright, I give up. I'm very happy little froggy. The water's flowing again, Ribbon. Let's head back. Ooh. Last but not least, I need to fire up the kiln. Step right through, Ribbit, and I will guide you safely to the kiln fire cauldron. Ooh. That is not friendly, that is still lava. It's gorgeous, but it is definitely still lava. Stab, stab, stab. Medium spell. Big spell. Activate that. This is another stab, stab, stab. And then that one. Put the ribbon. Woof. Come on, 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 come on. Yeah. That's the annoying part about Red Mage sometimes, is that, like, I don't get the chance to actually use the spells that I've built up, you know? But, you know, that's what I get for playing a rhythm-based class. Weirdly, I would actually say that Dancer is actually kind of a little bit less rhythm-based than this. Let's go grab this coffer. There we go. Ooh, thank you. Ground is still hot. And stab, stab, stab.
Leave the healing to me.
And then it's going to be Verifier first. And we get to do that all over again, but not completely. It's just going to be a 3 combo, not a 4. There we go. Up. Stab, stab, stab. So as strange of an enemy as those, like, stone head and hand guys are, or in this case lava head and hand, like, their attacks always amuse the heck out of me, just blah, blah, you know, and then they flick their hands as if they're trying to flick water off of them after washing them. It's just very amusing to me. Like that, bleh. 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 I don't know, it just amuses me, okay? And now's where we get to do our double combo. And bop. Bop. Kiln Fire Cauldron. Takes care of the kiln ribbit. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. Alright, time to bake ourselves a porksy.
Right then, let's get this over with.
Oh my goodness, look at her!
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Oh, okay. Porcine porcelain. Mother Porksy. Oh, okay, I see. Really glad I caught on to that. I would be dead otherwise. Oh no. Ow, ow, ow. Uh-oh. Woo! Woo! Oh, come on! Ah. Oh, I see. Right, she's hidden, so she... Okay, there we go.
Just the beginning.
And then we do it again! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we are. Whoop. Silly NPCs, don't head straight for me. Nice. Well done. We got it in one. Come on, girl. Calm down. Oh, I should clear out my inventory. Freshly glazed pork seed. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I have to G-post something with this. That's too funny to me. Okay.
There we are, quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
Why is it that I never contribute to these sorts of things? Oh, Bioblast Flight! Thank you for the coin toss.
That should suffice.
Good. Let's set it all up then, shall we?
Right.
Quantities and proxies. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Y'shtola came by her sass very honestly.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
Yes, simply.
I will before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Given how strenuous this all sounds, it's no wonder all of them are skinny as heck.
They should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes.
Behavior so strange it has odd effects on things, so that'll be fun to see play out.
I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porkses, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Mostly in our resilience to things beyond things. Fair. Fair. Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with Ishtola. They are peas in a pod, are they not? Sure are. You may now enter Matoya's Relict. Brave NPC avatars, yep. I was eager to deliver goods to Limsa Laminsa. Oh yeah, oh absolutely it is. Well, my friends, let us return to Limsa Laminsa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Oh, hello?
Mom, have you seen Mr. Grumbles?
No, did you lose track of her again?
Can you help me find her?
Yeah, of course I can, sweetie. Alright, well, it's just about time for another commercial break anyway, so, as we come into this and getting advertisements for 5 gold! Buy gold 5! Yay! Best super... Don't do this. Do not dox yourself. These people only keep popping up because they get scammed out of their accounts. Do not do the thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take a 5-minute break. We'll put our commercial up in the meantime. Stand up, stretch, get yourself some food, refresh your drinks, all that good stuff. And we'll see you back soon. Alrighty, honey, where have you actually looked for her so far? Oh wow, okay, that's a lot of places. and welcome back. Oh, the right place. Give me just a second to get on my way. And I do see that posture check, so I'll go ahead and I will reward you with an actual posture check in just a moment. Let's go ahead and I will re-trigger that so that, like myself, just so that we get the music to go along with it. Huh. I don't know why it's not. Oh wait, my posture check is separate from my stretch. Well, still, you got a free stretch out of it, basically. And my back feels a little bit better, which is always a good thing. Why then, you're ever a welcome sight. Tidings for the Admiral, you say? She's presently receiving guests, but for the Scions, I know she'll make an exception. Follow me. There's the stretch. I suppose so. And more stretches are never a bad thing. Here we go. Is this true? I suppose we just told her about the cure. By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. Yep, there it is. As often as I've been in awe of you, Scions, I never would have thought it possible. I love her fit, though. And yet it is, Admiral. We've done it here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks, truly. This will do much to advance the cause of peace, yet I fear it will take more than to close the rift twixt man and beast man. I wonder if anybody makes her coat. Even to speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples. For though the summoning the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. "'Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Lamensans have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer. Matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who'd listen. And then I gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time that I followed suit, hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Vilbrand, but my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting? Aye. Acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would flounder without them. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfer, has been bedridden for some time, an ailment of the lungs. Ugh, big mood, buddy. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads. A man named Sickard, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We have invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives. They learned naught of any value. No, leave it to us. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever this Sickard wants, we'll find out. Truly? I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn then. Good luck. Oops, 'tis messaging me. Oh. Nobody, it's just an alert. I will deal with that later. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries about town. Someone must know this Sickard. If you could approach the pirates, Lynn, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those go to the lower decks. Sigurd, the pirate gave the foppish son of Isgard. I mean... we're gonna find out. I am gonna have a giggle if I hit level 90 before even getting to the proper Endwalker stuff. Curious about Sickard, are you? As am I, my friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the philocracy permits us to attack only Garlean vessels. Yet these have all but vanished from the seas since the Empire turned in upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East. The executioners are less, forward-looking. I cannot imagine how I would willingly abandon the old ways. So how then are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals. But mayhap you will have more luck. I mean, if push comes to shove, I can go ninja mode and just go invisible and sneak up on some people and get info. But again, that would require a class ranking system, or a reputation system, I should say. Something that acknowledges other classes and jobs that you have. Running, running, running. Jay Schwartz. Oh. Why are we sitting like this? You see any bleeding chairs? I mean, you could just sit on the ground instead of Slav squat. But I mean, I guess. Ah, Rossman. You want to know about Sigurd? He's a wily bugger is what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Mo and Scrats. Place at the old Hillfire's residence. There was a time we raced the executioners for our pick of the Empire's fleet, but the Garleans have gone. And days with them. Owing to which we've all had to look for other ways to make ends meet. Jumped up Bildrat, Sigurd landing the juiciest whatever it may be. Not that we sirens are struggling, mind. We do well enough guarding fishing boats and fishbacks and other beasties. There's pick of the produce for our troubles, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. Yes, we pass to our sisters as can't sail on account of getting old or wounded or with child. And they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong. When I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself, love for peace and quiet ain't all that bad. Yeah, honestly. Adventuring's fun, but yeah, sometimes settling down is for the best. You know what made my life a lot happier? But that's not true for everyone. I understand that. Back down to the lower decks. Let's just go to the main Aetheryte Plaza. I need to pick up Blue Mage at some point. As you can see, I've picked up most of the classes in the game at this point. I'm only missing 7. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? So just as their imperial prey began to disappear, Sigurd turned the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew has been indulging themselves as never before. No amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they come by their coin. Blue Mage is a fun, strange one. Yeah, so I've heard. For my part, I spoke with a reporter from the Harbor Herald. Publication has been investigating the secret of the executioner's good fortunes and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries on Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Hoary Boulder, who's been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever-worsening relations between the beast tribes and the Thalassocracy, there we are, neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting that the kobolds and Sahagin lack the means with which to summon them. Do you mean to say the executioners are divesting them of their crystals? Hello, Osiris. Welcome to the stream. Saw you pop online a little bit earlier. Happy to have you here as well. All indications point to that conclusion, yes. Though we have no hard evidence yet, we must investigate further. Agreed. So how do we proceed? I have an idea about that. In fact, I've already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. skill speed, tenacity, critical hit. Yeah, we'll just go from where I lack in gold, silver pieces. I'm making my own food at this point, so... You will have to not listen, though. You don't want spoilers. I mean, we're in the patch quests. There's not really major story beats going on. It's mostly just a solving other people's problems moments, you know? During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that the wholesaler of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa Laminsa, offering wares at prices for undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be at Oscon's Embrace in Lower Lanoska. Shortly, I suggest we make our way there. Oh, not Lower Laminsa, Lower Lanoskia. Oh, there you are. Yeah, like, I'm not even in any of the extra areas at this point. I'm straight up back just in, like, or in and around Limsa Laminsa right now. Solving yet another dispute between the beast tribes and the city. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. Oh, I thought that was me in a costume for a second. Wait, if he truly is in league with the Bloody Executioners, he'll surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral. Scions, not least of all. Compared to yours and Lynn's, mine is an unfamiliar face. We play the role of the buyer. Raha's right. And even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Genteel? But very well. I leave it to you, Graha. Got business with me, cat boy? You're the crystal wholesaler? Ethan, smile. Well, that I am, but you're no merchant. So what do you don't want the crystals for? Yeah, but you should have come up with some sort of story first. He is floundering. Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need crystals to make staffs like that fine specimen you got there. Yeah, something along those lines. That's right, I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use not but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. Well, we don't just invite just anybody into our storehouses. It takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I'll not quibble over the price. Alright. This plain there's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. Well, anybody else who is watching is definitely aware of us now. Well, it seems to be working, so let's follow them. Although I will say they probably shouldn't all follow as a group. It's the idea of have one tail them, have a second person tail the first person, and then have a third person tail the second person. But, you know, that's just from experience and doing things that maybe you don't want to get noticed for, yada yada yada. You know what I used to do before I was an Atom. They went into that tunnel, quietly now. Oh, come on, y'all. You can be a little more organized than that. You won't find any finer. Especially not for the price. Indeed, I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Ogomo. Ogomo. You take my meaning. Stuff's as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So, how much do you want? Omo. Taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. Yep, we did just get spotted, though. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around. Slowly. Alright, bud. I'm Sickard, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are, Scions. Why does everybody look so worried? And we also know where you've been chatting with the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You're bold to reveal yourself with us, but to us without knowing our objective. But that would explain your swift rise to power. You've spoken plain, so I shall return the favor. We came here to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa Laminsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. Actually, why would they need to do that? Why wouldn't they just openly, like, treat with them? That's right. Just to remind you, though, we ain't breaking any rules here. Yeah, like, that's the extra confusing part to me. Like, you could literally just be doing this out in the open. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it says, don't say nothing about beastmen. Oh. Oh. Only reason to keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. Motherfucker. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the higher respect for you and yours. Her especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about dirtying their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Ugarma, or Gamaro, and battered bleeding Titan himself. Raised a mug to you when I heard the news. And now we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. With the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken no laws. That being so, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face. Unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa has some other cause to hide in the cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue. Yes, Alicia. I trust she won't turn down the invitation. Are we gonna get another dungeon? John? What? Thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate powers of Limsa Lominsa are not to be trifled with. But all is well that ends well. Graha Tia's timely provocation had the desired effect, and Sigurd has agreed to a meeting. Let us hurry back to Limsa Lominsa and pass on this invitation to the Admiral. See where we get that from here. Ah. Your companions have already reported to the command room. Will you be joining? Yes. Yes, I will. Welcome back, my friends. What news? Well, we got you an invitation to a meeting with the captain. Or the acting captain, anyway. They've been stealing crystals from the kobolds. My thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sigurd's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guests. The future of Limsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the Scions present to bear witness. I mean, fair enough.
Who's come crawling? Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Too bloody right! Pirates till we die!
What we take!
Piracy has no place in our future.
Yep.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlit and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
True fact.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true?
Sounds true.
So, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
No. Let this upstart try it.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
Yeah, the boy's about to get schooled. You don't survive as long as she has in this kind of environment and not be a fucking crack shot.
This ain't over! Not till one of us is dead! Finish the job! Or I will!
And there's the actual captain.
It's the captain!
Captain Ilfir!
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Lemsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
Fucking sailors.
You're bloody idiots is what you
Well,
are.
they're that too.
Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate!
Like, quite frankly, becoming merchants and traders is the same as piracy, but without the dying part, you know?
I made ye me right hand because I saw something in ye. And I still do. You have the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
The boy got schooled.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend. And it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow.
Soon, friend.
There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Hello?
I hate to interrupt your stream, my little flower.
Oh, that's fine.
But there's a customer issue out front.
Oh, well, give me a couple moments. I'll be right there.
Just the former.
Oh. Former what? You'll tell me in a second. Okay, well, let's finish this up. Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfir would intervene. But full glad am I that he did. It would have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson. and we've made the peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. Fair enough. Thank you very much for the coin toss, Osiris. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. Maybe refresh your drinks, get some more snacks, all that fun. And we will be back as soon as I take care of this. So, alright, what did you mean by the forward? Did you mishear me when I said... Oh, that's what you heard. Okay. back. Wasn't anything major, just very much a customer demanding to see the manager. And it's like, okay, well, what do you want? Do you want a refund? Do you want to, like, no, you just want to complain? Okay. Now I need hardly tell you that any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of their gods. And so, in the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, we would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We will open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years past, when the Sahagin swarmed at our hulls in ever greater numbers, Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. Okay. To men shall go the bounty of the sea. To kobolds shall go the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous. And we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of Lanuska, which the kobolds believed was theirs. Bloodshed followed, then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on it went till every element of Vilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand, it is the present, fresh and raw. Their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust, even should we cure their tempered. Admiral, you speak of obstacles, but we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. So we must provide a reason. We will restore their stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Wait. They would welcome us into their midst, not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye. And given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I wager they will attempt to summon Titan there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. It's a gamble, but precisely, he is the fish I would catch. He will not be alone, nay, he will have guards on hand. They will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace, and there my venture flounders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact of Mistbeard used to take goods and not life. Hey, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. So, friends, what do you think of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. Will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alice would be defenseless. Even should we all look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Happy to take that risk. Not as if we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do, and had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have the cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilbrand. So I'm going to cure that priest, or die trying. I believe in you, Alice. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Whew. Taking some gambles here. love all the knickknacks on my desk. Hally-ho! But they do bop around and make a lot of noise, don't they? Okay, let's head out. One of my guildmates and one of the people who is in the chat right now, Osiris. I guess I shouldn't say guild, it's free companies in Final Fantasy, but you know what I meant. Thought you'd come by to greet me. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Alphino wasn't lying when he said he'd be defenseless. Or I would be defenseless anyway. Ah, you happen to be hunting nearby. Fair enough, fair enough. And so I'm counting on you all to get something. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way. So leave that to us and focus on your task. Indeed, and should you want for ether, you need only say the word. Kaboo! Did you follow us here? There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you, please. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, all right? Oh. My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure at the navel. If you are ready... Ooh, pleasure at the navel. Oh. Oh, wow, I didn't get dinged for that one, huh? Maybe. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's gonna show up at some point. Let's not show up on a Garlean vehicle. We're going a big chubby chocobo. Wait, did I go straight past the person I'm supposed to go see? No? Okay. Oh, is this one of those things where every time I come through here... A maze down here. Pardon me. There's me. Pardon me, everyone. There's me. Wait, no, that's the wrong direction. Yeah. Oh, there is a turning. Okay. This aetheryte will bear us to our quarry. What we make to summon Titan, as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose. I'm afraid your mountain is too big for these mines. Okay, listen. He's just well fed, okay? We'll have an army of kobolds to entertain while Alice's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them. Let Elenzar do the rest. It is time. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond this squall. I love the big guy's hat. A very fine ceremonial hat, sir. Why were those two knocked out anyway?
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwyd Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye, just as we thought.
Angry chinchilla noises.
Now, Alice! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Now, do we have to be careful about how much damage we're doing in this? Or is it going to automatically do the thing? Beginning the incantation, okay. The girl seeks to harm the Patriarch with vile magics. Kill her. Slaughter. Slay. Kill. Now. Okay, it doesn't look like they're dying, because they're just sort of sitting on the floor. That's fun. Okay, cool. Alright, so I don't have to hold back or do anything special. What sorcery is this? Alright, so that was wave 1. This tempering is too severe, I can't finish the job. Only the beginning. So one person's ether alone is not enough. Ah, okay, so the combat is going to get more difficult every time because I'm going to have fewer friends to help. Oof. So we're going to stab, and then we stab, and we stab. We do the big bada boom, and the even bigger bada boom. Do that so that we can stab. And then stab. No, let us lend Alice our ether.
Here you are, Alice.
Thanks, you two. I'll give it another try. Okay, I do hope that... Oh, excuse you. That's something. Woof. Oh, all big boys, huh? And clear all of you. Oh, goodness gracious. Oof. All the reckless things. Alice, now is your chance. There's a lot, but it's still not there. Lynn, please lend me your ether too. Okay, now I get a chance to lend her ether. Increasing physical ability. Woof. Ow. Rude. Damage down. Maximum HP penalty. Down for the count. Oh. No, Admiral, it's too dangerous. Oh, excuse me. I made my decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limsa will have peace. Woof. Stab. Eh. Let me do that. Okay, do we have this? I hope we have this. Sure am glad I'm a class who can self-heal. No more ether. Just a little more and I can finish. Okay, no, she's actually too young. Thank you. It will work this time, I promise. I don't remember their actual canonical ages, but I'm pretty sure Alice and Alphino are, like, legally speaking underage, so, you know. Actually, I don't know. At this point in time, like, I know they start the game as, like, the equivalent of 16-year-olds, but at this point, how long has it been, actually? Still too young for my taste, but still. Yeah. You know, it's probably just safer not to make those kinds of jokes about them.
What?
I'm sure plenty of people out there are thirsty over them without me contributing to it.
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Yep. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and hydrate.
Why would I do such a thing?
Because the icons trick people.
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
He's so small.
Please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Be true.
I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us.
I know that this doesn't solve everything, buddy, but...
Men cannot be trusted! The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact! Violated, breached, broke! Unready as we were! What choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
No, you make a good point.
None. and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Laminsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
I mean, there are a lot of kobolds out there already working with people. With other people, I should say.
We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Excuse me.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command.
Okay.
I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gaboo does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
These happy chinchilla noises.
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
It would seem we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is as far from the only order, of course. It will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest, but reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say I was in your debt. That has long been true, so instead, I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa Lominsa, but for all of Eorzea.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Hmm?
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
Well, something's not good.
What is that?
That's new.
A tower.
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not just a local phenomenon.
Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower.
Okay, not great, but also kind of makes sense.
Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction.
Okay.
Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral.
I can see the Garlean design a little bit, but that seems
my thanks.
Different.
I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Yeah, no kidding. Weird's going on here. And I know who's to blame from a meta perspective, but I can't wait to see how they explain this in the story, as it were. Right. We've only got a few more minutes until the next ad break has to start anyway. So I am going to go ahead and take my 5 now and send you all to an ad. We will be back in just about 5 minutes, okay, folks? Alright, stand up, take a break, stretch, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back soon. Okay, folks. Well, let's dive into the last section of today's stream. I doubt very seriously we're going to learn what this alien-looking thing actually is before the end of the stream, but goodness gracious. Like, I can see some amount of Garlean design there, but it looks organic. Whereas their stuff rarely has that sort of feature. Even when there are living organisms built into it, it still has a more mechanical look to it. This almost looks like some kind of something from like StarCraft, like some combination of Protoss and Zerg, something along those lines. But we shall see. Definitely broadcasting something. That much is obvious by the little like expanding rings around it, you know. Well, suppose we'll find out. At some point, anyway. Hello, Zrun. I'll be back to help you with that at some point.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Kroger Preserve!
What the hell?
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. That looked kind of like a baby version of Bahamut. Which I'm sure is the point. Or maybe I'm remembering it correctly.
You're here, good.
Oh, that asshole.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why? Even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck. Is that Asahi?
His body more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before.
Yeah, no shit.
Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fadan. And may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
Okay, so anybody who's seen Kamen Rider Geats, this guy reminds me of some of the more toxic fans from outside the competition. What do you want?
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days. To which end I have distributed
Pardon
a
me?
collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Asians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right. Though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues.
So is he or is he not
Honestly, the three
unsundered?
of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things.
Oh.
Why bother when
He's
you're
a
just
sovereign
another
citizen.
sundered minion?
Gross.
Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire.
So on the one hand, he's probably a lot weaker than them, but on the other, he has no limits.
My heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die! And
What a broken child.
Die too. Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering! I'm different, you see, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe.
I mean, do we just want to kill this guy?
Destroy the world.
Do we just do that right now?
Please do resist with all your might. It will add to my...
I mean, he's right there.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers and
The who?
star our stage.
Seriously, what is that thing? Whoa, whoa, Nelly. Ow, I'm mildly inconvenienced. Like, I'm not hurt, but I did get yeeted, you know?
But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos.
Xenos, you piece of shit.
While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason
Man
he
is
reduced
battle
all
horny.
to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Luna Bahamut, will burn the cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Well, this is going to be a whole thing. I'm sure we're not going to get to deal with Fan Daniel for quite some time, but jeepers creepers. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We've managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Raban, I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance. I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. Merlvibe? 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 I'm gonna go with Merlvibe. Tells me you're due for some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well, But if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. Goodness gracious. Back on over to the Rising Stones. The place the Scions call home. I don't know where else to go with that one. I'm not even convinced it was a good one in the first place. I guess the next line could be when they do not roam. Rest their heads in the gloam. Ring, 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 banana phone? I don't know. I'm getting silly at this point. Ooh, ah. Oh, it's getting to be nap o'clock. Oh, you're back too. Good. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Alright, that helped me feel a little bit more awake, thank you. We've received the reports from the Alliance. Since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could trust us, or could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would be all seem tediously predictable but for the endless variety of our foes. Fandaniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature did resemble the descriptions I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandaniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of the Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Y'shtola? I have been to see the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their temper, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the Porksies to her grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. And she absolutely loves them. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claimed that a number of their kind have been abducted and that men are responsible. Not as known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandaniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you might be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have also been sighted as far afield as Yanxia. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now save remain vigilant. Since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian! Tataru's gonna get that twink's ass. Okay, you know I'm not wrong, though. Estinian? Now, just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be first to welcome it. The truth is, we will struggle to even find him. Watch him pop up right behind you. Let me and Kryl worry about that. We'll sniff him out, no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding. We have ways of locating him regardless. So if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Well, rather than sitting around, I think it might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of porksies. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. I'm just saying. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. Never does. As ever the way, the world often needs saving. And save it we shall. I, for one, do not intend to allow a nihilistic madman to take us all to the grave with him. Not when the future holds such promise. Nay, I will do all in my power to protect those whom I hold dear, just as you have always done. Well, not always. Could have gotten better. Ugh. Clink, plonk. Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them.
Careful. Whoa.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Glory be. Glory be. Glory be. Oh, he's been tempered. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace...
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life.
What a theater kid.
Moreover, I am pleased.
I say with all the love in my heart from my actual theater kids out there.
Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing her that you await her coming, though I confess, I may have singed her a little in the process.
did you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency.
What a fucking child.
For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
Okay, so in the...
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
So in the relationship with Xenos, which one of us is Enkidu and which one of us is Gilgamesh? I'm genuinely not sure. He sure seems to think he's Gilgamesh. Although maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Good news, Lynn. Thancred and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here, even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Ah, a welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you have been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure to tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alice, Graha, and Lynn. I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back. Well, I can't help but noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried. And trust me, I did try, repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Raban and the others how the land lies in Garlemald. And mayhap he would do the same for us. Indeed, it's just as Lee said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandaniel? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather, transform it. Transform it? Into what? That is a difficult question to answer. Construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with merry word exchange between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Fan Daniel could bind Bahamut to his will. Might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to save some for your I&J. Which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Raban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers, and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter, as I promised Kryle. We need not all attend. Oof. Very well. I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we'll have to speak with Yurianche before the meeting. This seems like it's going to be the beginning of a whole new, plot thread. So I think I'm actually going to leave us off here for the day. Because I wouldn't want to, lose track of where we are between now and next week, if you know what I mean. So let's head back over to the Just Chatting screen and find a place to send you all off to. Who is online? Ooh, both Sona and Maru. Looks like Maru's got a few more watchers, so let's go visit Sono, shall we? Yeah. Looks like they're doing some Pokemon shiny hunting. Excellent. So, thank you very much for stopping by, Weary Travelers. I hope you've enjoyed today's Final Fantasy XIV stream. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, January 25th, with a return to the wonderful Wuxia world of Wandering Sword. Until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily updates. Thank you very much for the coin toss, Osiris. I have been your hostess, Sheela Renthalis. And if you need to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid over to Sonomi Khan's channel. So give them all the love in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.